Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm diving into a topic that every aspiring house flipper needs to hear: how to not lose money when flipping houses. Trust me, this is crucial. I've learned the hard way and lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in the process. You really do not want to make the same mistake that I did. So in this video, I'm sharing my top 3 tips to ensure you do not lose money on your flips. These insights are based on my real life experiences, including a devastating $250,000 loss due to a bad contractor. Stick around because these tips can make or break your success in the flipping game. Let's get started. So first things first, I want you guys to know that house flipping can be extremely profitable, but it can also be super risky. The possibility of losing is just as possible as profiting, so you need to be aware of this risk before jumping head first. A lot of new investors, including myself, jump in way too quick and end up falling on their face.
She is on the ground!
Trust me, I've been there. My first house flip, I lost $30,000, but I got up and kept going and learned from my mistakes along the way. I want you to learn from my mistakes in this video so you don't get yourself in a bad situation. I'm even offering a free 15-minute coaching call at the end of this video, so make sure you stick to the end. Now, let me give you these tips. Tip number 1. Your after repair value, or ARV, is the most important number. Your ARV is how much you think you will sell the property for after you renovate it. This is based on market data and actual sold properties in your area. You have to know how to calculate this number accurately. If you get this number wrong, you will lose money. So in order to accurately determine your ARV, you'll want to gather properties that are active, pending, and sold within 1 mile of your subject property. Similar in square feet, living area, and lot size. Find the most remodeled properties within that 1 mile radius and use all that data to determine your best estimate for your after repair value. Don't pick comps that will overinflate your ARV. Be conservative. If you end up selling your house for more than what you thought, great. But don't be aiming for it and lose money if you don't. Your ARV can also change dramatically with market fluctuations and time. I once had a property that I thought I was going to keep for 6 months, and we ended up keeping it for 1.5 years. That's 3 times as long as I thought I was going to. And in that period, my after repair value went from $1.4 million to $1,235,000. That's a significant difference. And I'm going to use the same property to share the next tips, because this house we ended up losing $250,000 on, and I don't want you to do the same mistake. So with that said, here's tip number 2. Work with reliable contractors. A great contractor can help you make more money, but on the downside, they can also cost you a ton of money. From timeline to actual cost, you need a reliable contractor with good pricing to help you on your house flipping journey. I've once had 2 contractors quote me on the same job at a 10x difference. My contractor came up with a change order for $35,000 on a project. I got another quote on the change order and it ended up only costing $3,500. That's a 10x difference. Imagine paying that much extra purely because you had a bad contractor. That can really make or break your deal. Additionally, this same contractor cost me double the work and double the timeline. This contractor couldn't finish the job after I had already paid them for over half of the money for the project, and I ended up having to fire them from the job and hire a new contractor. This new contractor ended up having to rip out so much of this old contractor's work that I ended up increasing my renovation budget by $100,000. On top of that, it took extra time, a year extra to be exact, which was over $150,000 in additional money costs. So you can see how an unreliable contractor can really add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars of mistakes. These mistakes really add up and you can end up in a bad scenario of losing money being stuck with a headache property. You'll want to find reliable contractors through referral from other investors, not family or friends. Family or friends who are not in the real estate investing industry will not know how to find investor-friendly contractors. You have to go with contractors who especially work with investors, not homeowners. We are 2 different types of clients, and you want to know your contractor knows how to handle an investor. When you get these referrals, go to their job sites, see how they're doing their work, and call other people who have used them before. I recently moved to Utah and had to find a new reliable contractor in this market. It took some searching, But after getting referrals from other investors, I was able to find that reliable contractor that I can trust, which is huge because when you're in a new market, it's tough. A lot of contractors can really screw you over. Now, the last tip is about renovations again, because your renovations is where a lot of new investors make mistakes. So that takes me to tip number 3 is to create a detailed budget and stick to it. Be realistic about your budget. Be detailed. You want your scope of work to have what color everything is, who's in charge of buying what materials, where the tile is laid, and where any discrepancy in your scope of work and budget when starting the project will cost you money. Know the details before starting your project and make little tweaks along the way. You don't want to find yourself in a situation where you did not account for something and now you're having to fork out thousands of dollars to get this project finished. My scope of work was not detailed enough on the project I lost $250,000. I did not account for the structural issues to the contractor's point of view. To me, in my scope of work, it was included, which means it literally wasn't detailed enough to be accounted for. You don't want to end up in that situation, so make sure you stick to your budget because he was literally going to cost me over $30,000 extra just for that piece. Now that's it. To summarize, number 1, your ARV is your most important number. Number 2 is work with reliable contractors. And number 3 is create a detailed budget and stick to it. Now, if you're ready to take the next step and start taking action to find your first deal and getting paid, I'd love to help. I'm offering a free 15-minute strategy call to help point you in the right direction. So what are you waiting for? Go to the link in the description below and sign up. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you found any value at all and see you on the next video. Shoots. Hey, watch this video next. YouTube really thinks you're gonna like it.